Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. S. Shekhar, founder and managing trustee of Star International Foundation for Research and Education. I welcome all of you to the fourth day of 7 days FDP on Jain is Effect, Innovation, Impact, and the Future Industry program. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce today's distinguished guest speaker, Dr. B.Karthikeyan, sir. He is a distinguished academician in the field of commerce with a strong foundation in teaching and research. He completed both his undergraduate and postgraduate studies in commerce with the distinction at A.M. Jain College, Chennai, showcasing his consistent academic excellence. His passion for higher learning and research led him to qualify National Eligibility Test NET, and he further advanced his scholarly pursuit by obtaining a doctorate in commerce, specializing in consumer behavior from Wales University, adding to his academic and professional credential. He has also obtained the Six Sigma Yellow Belt certification accredited by the Government of Tamil Nadu, reflecting his commitment to quality management and professional growth. With a rich academic and professional career, Dr. Karthikeyan has emerged an eminent speaker and resource person in various forums. He has actively participated in and presented research paper at more than 25 international and national conferences, contributing significantly to the academic community. His expertise has been recognized in the form of invited guest lectures and seminars where he has shared insights and students, faculty, and professionals. He has also served as the editor of 2 ISBN numbered edited books and successfully organized international conferences, thereby enhancing the intellectual exchange of idea in his domain. With his dynamic profile, Dr. Karthikeyan continues to inspire learners and fellow academicians while making meaningful contribution to research, teaching, and the academic world. We are honored to have such an inspiring academician and researcher with us today. Please join me in warmly welcoming. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your brief introduction. Thank you. Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Good evening to everyone present here, the organizing team, the faculty members of various institutions. So good evening to all. Today, we are at the day 4 of 7-day FDP on Gen Z's effort. And today's topic is transforming industries through Gen Z's influence. First of all, I really appreciate the topic chosen by the organizing team because this is the need of the hour topic, because Gen Z are the most populated generation across all the generations we have crossed before. And we have to know why the transformation is happening. It should be either because there are flaws in the existing system, that is any mistakes or any corrections are required, or it requires improvement in the present system. Here in our case, because the highly populated and significant growing Gen Z in education and workforce is reason behind the transformation. Industries means we all know it's a collective name of all factories, firms, companies in that particular sector. So in today's FDP, we will see how much industries are transformed only because of influence of Gen Z. Before jumping directly into the topic, we have to understand who the Gen Zs are. We need to understand who the Gen Zs are and their characters, that is traits. Third one is, more importantly, how important is to study about the Gen Z. So it will be clear understanding how crucial role they are playing in industrial transformation. So I hope the topic is clearly understood by everyone, so we can move forward. Gen Z, the meaning and the other names which are calling by them. When we refer usually Gen Z means we are talking about the individuals who are born between 97 and 2012. This particular year, which I derived the data from the LOC, that is the Library of Congress, which is the world's largest library situated in the US. So majority of the data which I gathered here are statistically authenticated and got derived from many government sources only. And we will hear a variety of names for this group also, like I generation, Zoomers, post millennials, or even homelanders also. What really distinguishes the Gen Z from previous generation, that is Gen X and Gen Y. They are the exact predecessors of the Gen Z, Gen X and Gen Y. So, what really distinguishes the Gen Z from them is the technology. Unlike the previous generations who had to adapt to new digital trends, the both Gen X and Gen Y have to adapt the technologies. But the Gen Z are born with the technologies. That's why we are often called in the names as digital natives or born digital because they are born in the era of 1997, which is technically the electronical booming era. As an educator, it is important for us to recognize these generational characteristics when we understand the nature is with technology because they are very comfortable with the technology. We can develop teaching strategies that resonate better with them. Whether it's by integrating digital, that is the smart digital panel, encouraging collaboration online, that is hybrid mode of teaching, or simply acknowledging how they process information. Students may process the information mostly in the digital platforms nowadays rather than communicating in face to face in the classroom. They are much more comfortable in sharing their information, clarifying their doubts through the social media platforms like WhatsApp or in the our college LMS portal. This perspective is grounded in research and highlighted by many research articles. Even if you go into Google Scholar and research the transforming industry through the Gen Z influence, we can see a number of articles which are already researched. The grounded research have been already done. So this shows how important the Gen Zs are. Because Gen Zs are playing a major role in transforming seven major industries in India, which can shape the entire world. So let's move on to the next slide. The composition and the density. The composition means the number, density is mentioned here as a percentage. Let's consider just how large the Gen Z is as a group. We can't segregate the Gen Z as an individual. It's a collective group mentality. Especially in the context of India, estimated in the year 2025, suggested there are about 374 to 377 million people who fall into this generation here, which means around 25 to 28 percentage of the India's total population. So just imagine in the next few decades, the population of baby boomers, Gen X and Gen Y, that is millennia, will be slowly, the death rate will be increasing, and the Y, Z, and the Gen Alpha population will be standard one. So the percentage of the India's total population will significantly grow in the future. So just keep in your mind, so it will help in our slides. And this particular data I have derived from patrika.com. And globally, the story is just as impressive as the Indian population. Then we account for around 25 to 30 percentage of the world's population, which is higher than the Indian average. So we are talking about somewhere between 2 to 2.5 billion people in the world are born between 97 to 2012. This generation's size is significant on multiple fronts, whether we are discussing social trends, consumer habits, or the impact on global culture. In many ways, when we setting the tone, because they are the trend setters. Only after them, we are many of the Gen X and Y population using the digital platforms a lot because they set the trend that this is the future. So when we say about the Gen Z population, we are not only mentioning the Gen Z that is who born between 97 to 2012 because they can directly and indirectly influence the Gen Y population also. So the influence of Gen X is very important and the close participants are Gen Y. So they are highly influenced by the Gen Z. So that's why before going directly into the topic, we need to understand who they are, what is very important to study about the Gen Z population, then how influence they are giving to the modern society in shaping and transforming the industry. The first data I derived from Patrika.com and second one is Nilethink.com. I will share all the proof which I gathered here at the end of the slide, or if possible, I will put it in the description of the YouTube also. And the third one is traits. Traits means we all know character. The character of the Gen Z is very important. And we already know they are called as digital natives. Uh, and when we let's think about the what really sets Gen Zs apart, that is the uniqueness of Gen Z is we will notice with this generation, everything seems to start with the digital world. They are truly at home online, constantly connected, always checking it on social media, and just incredibly comfortable with the technology in ways previous generation were. Because the previous generation was stuck with the CD players, pen drives, and this current generation are not even using CDs, pen drives very rarely, and mainly they are saving their documents or data in the cloud. So we can even call them as a cloud generation also because completely they are saving and chatting, communicating, interacting completely in the cloud platforms only. So almost second nature to them. To the point where their social and professional lives are closely tied to what's happening in online because they are completely engaged in the online activities. And another thing that keeps coming in the conversation about the Gen Z is how practical they are about financial pragmatic, about money and the future. The COVID pandemic and the other related natural disasters taught them we have to we have to secure our future by saving now. But our previous generation doesn't have that idea because they thought that they are having a good future, they are having a good backup. But the Gen Z population are completely independent. They are completely independent in terms of financial, emotional, and psychological factors. They want to be financially stable and very individually. They have to carry on their own expenses because that's why they are going gig works and other freelancing works to support their studies or other expenses. So and many of them are already interested in topics like investing and side income opportunities, savings, and planning ahead is definitely on their radar, even at their young age. At the same time, there are more openness about the mental health because when they are completely engaged in the digital platforms, their mental and psychological health will be depleted because of the screen time. Their eyes get irritated because of that they get migraine. So it will indirectly influence the health related issues also. And they are not even afraid to talk about the stress or anxiety in the online also. And there is a real movement towards making well-being a priority. And once they get mentally ill or psychologically physically ill, they are not there to discuss about that. They are always open to speak about themselves to get cure. They want a new solution, new way of approach to the upcoming problems. What's really interesting is how strongly they feel about issues like diversity and social progress. It's very weird, but Gen Z population are completely digital. They are not go to the road. They are don't protest on the offline, but they value the diversity, inclusion, and social progress by the means of social media platforms. Gen Z wants purpose behind the things they do and even express the brands or organizations they engage with to reflect those values. They don't simply want to purchase a thing, purchase a product from a particular brand only because that particular celebrity has endorsed it. No, they will account the brands that they really satisfy the social needs. That is really the value for the money. They will analyze. Then only they will purchase. Even for the institution they are going to study. Previously, uh, only the parents or the guardians will come and see, this is your college, you have to study here, you have to obey the rules and regulations of the college. But now they are seeing the particular college website in online. They are completely analyzing how the college is progressing, whether there is any scope for a higher education or me any internship like that. What opportunities can I get if I study in this particular institution? They will search everything open college, then only they will come to the college for the counseling itself. This one short form, authentic digital content and the interactive experiences, moving away from traditional advertising or long form formats. Because of them, many content creators are booming. Previously, the advertisement, it's a very simple example. Previously, we can see one particular advertisement throughout a year. There will be no change, no update, uh, no discount related offers will be added to the particular existing advertisement in showcased in the TV. But now we are seeing changes in the TV advertisement also very frequently. One advertisement will not run entire year, but previously it was there. So because only because of the Gen Z's influence, because they want to know whether there are any updated information or added to the particular advertisement. If nothing is updated in the particular advertisement, they will not even consider that by going purchasing the product or services. Entrepreneurial and ambitious with a strong desire for independence, high income opportunities, and driving change in the workplace. And we can see that this generation that loves to create and innovate, they are very ambitious, not like the previous generation. They like working independently and continuously saying Gen Zs are more kind of an independent personality. Can't arrest them in a cage. They are like working independently and they are always looking for new ways to make an impact. They will see whether we are impactful in that particular crowd. If no, they won't get demotivated. They will upgrade themselves and come back again and be the impactful person in that particular group. So that's the benefit of the Gen Z. That is one of the prime characters of the Gen Z personalities, whether that's in their career or broader society. Then, most important point, why Gen Zs are important. That is why we should study about the Gen Zs. When we talk about why Gen Z matters so much, means one thing that immediately comes to the mind is that sheer influence as consumers and employees. Because as I already told, nearly, let's take an example of only India, nearly 25 to 27% of the Indian population is Gen Z population. By the year 2030 or 2035, the percentage will even increase. Say, for example, 33%. So, nearly one third of the entire Indian population are occupied and dominated by the Gen Z means how much the consumers and the employees market will be. So, that is the first major important study about the Gen Z because even marketers or any other institutions or healthcare, any other policy makers, they will be focused more on who are the dominating part of the particular society. So in the future, the Gen Z will be the more occupied and the more dominated society. So what the government and the other policy makers will mainly marketers will think, they will be more focused on only Gen Zs only, because they only influence the entire country's documents. Second point is Gen Z accounts for about 25% of the social media audience in major markets and are the most active social media users, influencing trends and digital culture daily. And in one statistic says nearly 60% of the Gen Z population in US are active in the social media platforms. Around the 95% of the Gen Zs are in social media, but I mean 60 percentage are who are constantly being in the social media platform. But in India, 25% of the Gen Zs are actively participating in the social media platforms, which in turn reducing the burden which they put forth the marketers. Because marketers find it's very easy uh, to create an awareness among the product or services with the Gen Z customers, because it is very easy, because they can easily post an advertisement, offers, discounts with the real time and live activities of a particular product, live offers. They can put everything in the social media platforms or in a discussion forum, which can be easily available and quickly get the attention of the Gen Zs. The IDA model, we all know, attention, interest, desire, and action, which can easily obtained by the marketers with the help of Gen Z consumers. And third point, really it sets Gen Z's apart, so is how much trust they place in social media influencers. Study shows that nearly 40% of them took into the influence for guidance more than they trust the traditional celebrities. The traditional celebrities means there's any celebrities which are acting in the movies or short films like that. The social media influencers who are not celebrities, they are revealing the product, or they may be an Instagram celebrity like that, so they influence a particular product or services to the Gen Z consumers. They get influenced until they trust 40% compared to the other previous generations. On the top of that, a lot of today's top content creators and influencers are actually even Gen Z. So Gen Z trusting Gen Z social media influencers. They are not even trusting the Gen Y or X, because Gen Y and X are the most common celebrities. Most common singing celebrities or traditional celebrities who are coming frequently in the TV advertisement and other media applications. But the Gen Z are the social media influencers also. So they are trusting only their kind, not even the Gen Y, the millennials. Even though they are the immediate citizens, they are not even trusting the traditional celebrities. They are mainly focusing on the Gen Z, which means this generation isn't just consuming digital culture, they are driving it forward every single day. The continuation of the importance, and Gen Z is playing a major role in driving change across culture, technological, and the workplace shifts, challenging traditional norms and accelerating innovation across industries. What's interesting is how they challenge traditional norms and the push for innovation. Because traditionally, we offer only for go to 9 to 5 jobs. We thought that is a secured one. But the Gen Z changed that completely. Not just within their own communities, but across the entire industry itself. With their openness to new ideas and willingness to experiment, Gen Z is often at the heart of transformation wherever shifts are happening. And one of the biggest impacts we see Gen Z, that spending habits and social value. Generations changing the habits and the social values, because they care deeply about sustainability, authenticity, more importantly, authenticity and inclusive practices. The choice nudge businesses to pay attention to these issues. Mainly, in fact, many companies now find themselves rethinking how they operate the market and even manufacture just to keep up with the values Gen Z brings to the table. Because they know by 2030 or 2035, Gen Z will be the most dominating part in the market. So they will listen only to the Gen Z because if they don't like the product, the entire market share will get collapsed. So they will hear only to them, they're reshaping the complete industry for them only. It's not just about shopping or trends only, it's not limited to that only. Then this influence goes even further. They're actively involved in shaping the global consumer habits also, prompting a real move towards the more ethical and responsible practices. There is a noticeable shift as more brands adopt eco-friendly methods, that is to increase more transparency to appeal to these socially conscious end buyers, because they don't want product or services to the growing population coming on the uh, non-eco-friendly products, which is harmful to the environment. All these changes really underline just how important Gen Z is in today's fast-moving world, whether in terms of innovation, consumerism, or how information spreads. The choices and behaviors are setting new standards. I already always say they are the trend setters. We will discuss that soon. What are the trends that are set by them? They are the trend setters to everyone by setting the new standards. From businesses to educators to policymakers, we all need to maintain the pace to be sustained in the market. The next one is their working nature. One of the clearest shifts we have noticed with Gen Z in the workplace is the strong emphasis on work-life balance. Unlike the Gen X and Y, they more focus on job, either job or more focus on the uh, personal life. But the Gen Z are not going to do either. They want to do the work-life balance. They want to be a stable life, stable work-life balance, not a 9 to 5 job. They want to do whatever that brings happy and money in an ethical way. They live their life peacefully. Unlike the previous generation who might have seen longer hours or a strict office routine as a badge of honor, Gen Z is much more vocal about needing time for themselves. Like I always say, work-life balance is the most important factor among the Gen Z. They place real value on flexible arrangements, showing a preference for remote or hybrid work setups whenever possible. They prefer to work either in a hybrid mode or in a completely online mode, but they don't want to come regularly to the particular workplace or do the standard 9 to 5 job or a 10 to 6 job. They don't want it. They just want to be a work-life balance with a hybrid mode or completely online mode. This isn't just about the convenience. It's about defining a lifestyle where work doesn't overshadow everything else. Because clearly, work is not about earning money. It's all about they are maintaining the dignity of them. For many in Gen Z, having the choice to work from different locations or manage their own schedule is becoming a top priority. If given that option, they will choose roles that allow them to blend works and personal life in a way that feels healthy and sustainable. The work and personal life doesn't meet out. They won't perform that particular task. They are very clear. They are adamant. It is very hard to extract the work like the Gen X and Gen Y population. It is very hard to extract work from them. What's also interesting is how Gen Z looks for meaning in the work they do. It's not enough for a job just to pay the bills. They don't worry about the bills because there are many side income jobs also in a ethical way. They want to have a sense of purpose. They are doing the jobs for to attain a particular sense of purpose. They are drawn to companies and the roles where they are a clear alignment with values like diversity, equity, and sustainability. When they see an employee standing for these causes, it instantly becomes more attractive to them because they feel very happy and they serve a purpose in the particular job. At the same time, Gen Z brings a lot of entrepreneurial spirit on the table. They don't always they want to maintain the active and passive income together. If you already know, the passive income means you don't want to work, just investment, and they are and invested money is getting return, or any business and the business is giving return in the form of money. Active income means we are going to the job or doing some task in order to get the money. So that is the active income. But the Wendy's main motto is to equalize the active and passive income. That is, if they are earning around 50,000 in the active income, the same 50,000 they will earn in the passive income also. Until then, they won't stop doing that particular task. The tech-savvy nature of this generation supports those combinations too. Most genders have grown up surrounded by technology. It is very easy for them and making them very confident and efficient when using digital tools at work or in a personal ventures. They're often the first to adapt a new platform, apps, or workflows, and they are likely to recommend these changes in their workplace also. And moreover, um, they can do even as the digital art is also one of the easiest and quick learning platform which can earn money in the graphic side also. Because even they need only a tablet or an iPad with appropriate software. That's it. And YouTube as the teacher. They can learn the digital art within a month or 6 months crash course. So, and they can start designing the web page and they can sell their images in the shop and they can get revenue. So it's very easy and they do what they love and they are getting money out of it. That's a very beautiful working nature of the Gen Z population. As I already said, Gen Zs are the trendsetters and the Gen X and Y are the followers of the Gen Z who set the trend. Gen Z is really active when it comes to speaking up for cause they care about. They are always online, which is already known, and they use platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter to talk about the things like climate change, equality, and social justice. Rumors are the most important enemy among the Gen Zs. That is also one of the trend setting, but I didn't mention here. That's a negative connotation. But rumors they can easily spread um, without even knowing the sensitivity of the issue and authenticity of that information. They will quickly forward to as many as possible. So what's interesting is how fast they can join together and sort an issue. This is in a positive way. I don't want to mention any of the events they are positively put forth and support a particular issue. Sometimes it just take a single post or hashtag to bring thousands of people together. That's a very important, powerful, which is lacked in the Gen X and Y. Because what the Gen X and Y will do if they want to spread the information means they will post a letter, call, they will go in a gang, so like that. But with a simple digital technology without even taking money, they just put simply the hashtag about particular thing and they will get the trend and it will known by all the young people. This kind of digital activism is something older generation didn't have. So it makes the Gen Zs unique and their voice louder and more immediate. And it will be immediate proof also. They also care a lot about being genuine. When we see an ad or message from companies, they want to feel them real. So after many incidents, they learn from their mistake. Earlier, they what they do if a message is getting sent without even knowing the sensitivity and authenticity of the information, they will just spread it. But after they are quick learners also. So after this, they whenever they see an ad or message from companies, they want to know it is really happened or it is really important in the society, not fake or overly polished. If a brand tries to ignore a big issue or just to pretend to care, young people notice it's right away and they will put it in a hashtag and they will get it being a trend one. Therefore, when companies just say what they really believe and take a stand, even if it's not perfect, that's a very important thing. To Gen Z, honesty goes a long way. And I want to see everyone, especially businesses, take responsibility and speak upon what really matters. They don't want to polish their marketing campaigns. They don't want to fake promises. They want real, authentic, and what is really responsible and the need for the society. Another thing about Gen Z, how they have changed the idea of work and creating. That is one another trend setting. Creating. Many of them are creating their own videos. They learn from YouTube or learn by making many mistakes. At last, they learn on their own. That's why in the first time itself, I said they are completely independent. They don't depend. They don't depend on anyone to learn any skills or activities. They're creating their own videos, using products, and sharing advice online. They even give counseling to the many fellow students. They aren't waiting for big companies to give them a break. They start things on their own and often become influencers or creators. So by seeing the videos on the online, the sponsorships are approaching them to sponsor and promote their products. Because of them, jobs that didn't exist 10 years ago are now really popular. And being creative online can even be a full-time career for some people. The main thing is content creators. Before a decade, content creators is not a big, it was there, but it is not a trending one. Only because of Gen Z, they made it trend. They showed and they proved content creators can also live peacefully. They also can attain what they want. By simply putting a daily videos in YouTube or Instagram, they can earn money in lakhs. Them with that money, with the sponsorship they are getting to promote a product or service, they can live happily. And another important thing, and they are getting popularity also. So with all this combination, they are growing very powerful and they set a trend, especially among the Gen X and Gen Y. And many people after the Gen X set the trend, Gen X and Y are following the trend and being successful. And that proves the trend is not a myth, it is a proven one. And we can say Gen Z expects real conversation with the brands and people they support. And one another trend is reality. The Gen X and Gen Y are often gets confused whenever they purchase a product from an online store or a company which is having an online platform. They they buy the product when they want the support. They will stuck with only the chatbots. But the Gen Z is not only stuck with the chatbots. They want to even though they are completely digital, they didn't forget the human touch. That's a very important concept. Gen Zs are very digitally active, but they didn't forget the human touch. Whenever they expect a real conversation with the brands and the people they support, they want to ask questions, give feedback, and see the real action, whether it is implemented or not just fancy words or empty promises. This makes businesses and leaders stay on their toes and try hard to be honest and responsive. Because without a Gen Z, the businesses can easily bury the truth under the sand. They can easily bury the truth. Gen Z will not allow that. Gen Z will make trend and will make the issue big, and they will make even the court to hear from them. So that's why the companies and many businesses uh, are being honest and responsive only to support the other generations also. The Gen Z and the technology. It is inseparable. The Gen Z and technologies are inseparable because they born with it. Gen Z has grown up in a world where smartphones and social media are just a part of their everyday life. The Gen X and Gen Y are born with the cassette and CD players, whereas they're born with the cloud. This means they are really comfortable using technology all the time, whether it is to chat with friends, learn new things, or shop online. Having instant access to information has shaped the way they think and communicate, making them very quick to adapt to new tools and ways of doing things. They easily communicate, learn, and shop with a very easy and they feel very comfortable also. One thing Gen Z loves is a short form video. I have mentioned this many times. Short form videos. That's why, because of the Gen Zs, they are lazy. They want quick, cut short things. They don't want a detailed explanations and all. They want very short and sweet, crisp information to know what is there in that particular video. So that's why the YouTube shorts or Insta shorts are all getting popular one day because of the Gen Z only. They also enjoy new tech like augmented reality. That is the AR thing. That is an image or a video that can be placed in the real world just to show how that particular image or a clip will be will be look like in a real world, which makes it the digital images with the real world, making entertainment and even learning more exciting and hands-on. They also learn with the help of a gamification. Gamification is a very important tool for them to learn many new things. Then they doesn't shop at the edge of using new tech. They often try the first to try out emerging technologies. They are the takers. If anything comes new, they will buy. They will review. They will suggest and improve that particular startup brand to promote well and do better in the particular brand or in the particular product. Things like artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and blockchain are not just the buzzwords for them, but tools they use in everyday life. They knowingly or unknowingly using AI, VR, and blockchain in the day-to-day activities. Whether it's gaming, connecting with friends in virtual spaces, or trading cryptocurrencies, they are always exploring latest digital possibilities. And what's more interesting is how they blend creativity with technology. Creativity and technology. Previously, previous generations are struggling to cope up the creativity with the technology. Now, they want to create a beautiful photo with the imagination. Um, for example, Lord Krishna with a flute in a particular real world. We can just give the prompt in AI and it will give that particular image to me within seconds. So the Gen Z are very with technology and they can blend the creativity with technology. They don't just use gadgets, they use them to create a content. Very main thing, they use to create a content. Previous generation, they will study, they will experience, then only they are able to create the content on that particular video. But now, content is readily available. They get from this particular gadgets and technologies, and they are making videos and getting paid for them. Express themselves and build communities. For example, virtual reality isn't just for playing games. It's also for socializing and learning in ways that are feel fresh and engaging with them, like the metaverse. Metaverse is a platform which is from the Meta, that is the FB, Facebook owning company. The metaverse where you can do the business, you can meet your friends, you can create a house, you can buy, purchase books, dress, cosmetics, anything in the virtual platform. And overall, the technology is just a tool for them. It's deeply woven into how they live and interact with this world. Now, moving on to the main concept of today's topic, that is transforming industry through Gen Z influence. I took 7 major industries that can reshape the globe. And in all these 7 industries, the influence of Gen Zs are transforming those particular 7 industries. So just imagine how powerful they are. Because in countries, nearly 33% of the global population by the year 2030 to 35. So the world needs to listen, the world needs to adapt, the industry needs to transform, not to lose the Gen Z consumers. I will discuss education at the last. First, the banking and finance, the fintech technology, instant payments, and the cryptocurrencies. The retail industry, that is the e-commerce website, the media and entertainment, will change the completely. Healthcare, corporate world, tourism industry. We will see one by one in detail today. First one, transforming banking industries with the Gen Z influence. Gen Z prefers doing the banking through mobile applications. Almost all the Gen Z, almost 99% of the Gen Z uses their phones daily for banking and they expect everything to be quick and easy. They want quick and easy processes for the payments. Because of this, banks are working very hard to make their app better. Apps better from the bank side means they need to secure privacy, security. They have to tighten the firewall. The banks have to work better means they have to make the app privacy, security, and building the better firewall with a simple design and instant transaction that don't waste time or cause confusion. Because nowadays, if a QR code is not working, means we will try again and again, but the money is repeating again and again, and it will refund it after 6 to 7 working days. So, the quick transaction helps in avoiding the confusion. This generation isn't afraid to switch banks. They switch banks like me. The previous generation, they stick on, they are very loyal generation. The X and Y are very loyal generation. They stick on one particular bank and they will get a personal talk with them. They will build a bond with a particular one and they become loyal customers. But the Gen Z isn't even afraid to switch banks if they see better offers or more helpful features because they don't even want to visit, don't need to visit the branches in real. Virtually they can create a bank account. So even I created a bank account in KVB virtually without even going to the bank. Everything done in online. Completely they can create a bank account, they can get a free card, debit card, everything with the help of online. They don't even need to visit the branch also at the convenient date and timing. That is a very important thing. So see how much the banking industry have been transformed not to lose the Gen Z consumers. Because if one bank is not doing that, bank will do that and the Gen Z consumers won't even afraid and they will immediately shift to that particular bank who is offering their more convenience. For Gen Zs, it is very important that banks are very clear and open. They want very transparent operation. They don't like hidden fees or complicated rules. Even if any banks or put any hidden fees or complicated rules, they will find simple. The terms and conditions paper, no one nowadays, no one will be terms and conditions pages, no one will be reading that. But what the Gen Z will do is, even I am a Gen Z, I born between 97 and 2012. So what the Gen Z will do is, they will copy paste the terms and conditions with the AI, like any ChatGPT or Perplexity. They will get information whether it had any hidden fees or any complicated rules are there which can cause any damages to me or my belonging or to my family in future. They will confirm that, then only they go to the start an account that particular bank. So they are very clear. They don't want to lose their money. They don't want to lose their family in front of the outsiders. They are very clear. They are very independent. The Zen X and Y are dependent. They have to rely on the technology because they know how to use the technology. They can adapt the technology, but they are not born with the technology. But the ones who are born with the technology, they know by birth how the technology can be deceive the people who are using that particular bank or apps applications. So easily they can find out any hidden keys or any complicated rules which can cause harm in the future. Ethics and social responsibility also guide Gen many choices. Many will choose a bank that protects the environment, support good cause, or make sure its products are fair and helpful. The products in the bank means the credit card, debit card, and the loans they are providing will be called as the products in the banking industry. They value banks that care about more than just make money. They want to see real impact on the companies they support. Many banks, I think the majority of the banks nowadays they are doing the are one of the share market brokers also. Many of us know we can't directly buy shares from the primary and secondary market. We need a broker in between the shareholders and the company. So the many banks are acting as a broker also nowadays. Just we need to say just invest my money in the particular bank in the particular shares in this date and sell in this date. They will do that. So the banking are also doing the broking services also. Zenzi is like a mix of digital convenience and real human help. While they prefer apps for most things, they still want to someone to talk if they have a problem or need advice with something. Still, I already say, I always say, human touch. They didn't forget the human touch. Where the Zen X and Y comparatively want more of a human touch with a limited technology. But Zen Z, what they do means 80% they do in all the works in technology devices, and the 20% they need a human assistance or any human help if they stuck in any steps. The next industry is retail industry. That is the e-commerce industry. One of the booming industry where marketers will never lose one customer of the Zenzi. Zenzi is changing the way people should using social media a lot. They trust what their friends say, what influencers recommend, and real opinions from the users. This makes platforms like Instagram and YouTube very popular and important for shopping because people discover new products and decide what to buy. Just we know the steps in the consumer buying behavior, the need recognition, evaluation of alternative purchase decision, post purchase behavior. So we know the need recognition. Once the Gen Z consumers get the need recognition, they will immediately go directly to the social media. They will put what they need. They won't mention the brand. They won't mention the particular exact brand. They mention only the need, what they want to be resolved. They will search in the social media and they will get a numerous suggestions given by the social media influencers or already who are really using the product. They put forth their reviews. They will read. They will comment. They will ask advice that I'm going to use that particular product service, whether it will be okay or suitable for me in that particular time. They will confirm everything. Then only they will go to the second stage, that is the evaluation of alternatives. They also like shopping for things that feel personal to them. Instead of buying the same thing as everyone else, Vinci wants option that shows their own style and preferences, which is another thing very difference between the previous generation and the Gen Z. Gen X and Y or will purchase things just to showcase their wealth and their social performance, but the Gen Z won't even won't even mind that. They buy only what they want. They buy only what they really need to have in the particular time. Otherwise, they won't buy. If a product is required next year, they will purchase only on the next year. Otherwise, they won't purchase. They are very clear in their terms. Whether it's customizing a product or getting recommendations that fit their taste, they want shopping to match their personality. Mental health is a big deal for Gen Z, and they support the brands that care about it too. They like companies like promote positivity, support mental health awareness, and they create a friendly community around their products. Because of that, many companies are now doing the CSR activity in terms of mental awareness. We can see in the previous generation, the CSR activity will be road barricades, giving charity to the hospitals like that. But nowadays, they are shifting the CSR also. The retail industries are shifting at CSR also by creating a mental awareness program among the Gen Z population. Like that, they are really that much influence. So we have to understand how much influence they bring in. This focus influences how brands market their products and what kind of products they offer. When we shops online a lot, there is no doubt about it. But they also appreciating having options to shop in stores. They want a smooth experience both online and offline, like being able to order online and pick up in store or easily get product information on the phone while shopping. Convenience and fast services are important. When we look for honesty from brands, we want companies to be real and about the products come from, how they are made, and if they are really fair enough to the environment and workers. This generation cares a lot about shopping from brands that share their values and is transparent about the practices also. The next industry is media or entertainment. It changed it completely. Zenvi has really transformed the media and entertainment by taking a hands-on approach. They aren't just watching what's out there. They are making their own videos. So they are the content creators, so they know how a video should be, how a particular video will reach, sharing their stories and building audience on platform like YouTube and Insta. This shifts a lot, lets a lot more people join in and show what matters to them, making this particular creation of content much more open and friendly for everyone. What stands out with the Gen Z is that here we for content that feels real and includes all types of people. This demand helps challenge all the stereotypes and brings new voices into the spotlight. They reject the traditional stereotype. They won't wait for the approval of a particular video. They will instantly, if a particular incident is happening in a particular place, they will instantly make a video while they are sitting in a classroom or a particular park, in a hospital, in a mall, wherever they are. If they see a particular thing, instantly they will put a video and say about a few words on as a comment, and they will post it on a social media, and immediately the media will make it as a trend. New content formats and community-driven engagements. When we help them make the media production and sharing more democratic. Anyone with a phone or laptop can get involved, and audience connect with creators more directly than ever before because they are easily available. Even the production officers or a director, C directors or the movie producers, writers, scripters, everyone is easily available in the social media nowadays because they want to get new ideas. They can't repeatedly they can't do a single thing again and again. People will get bored and it won't make any money. It won't be a commercial one. So they know how to make it commercialized. So the Gen Z are the one who can easily make anything as a commercialized. They can easily earn money out of it. So even the producers, the directors are equally waiting for the contents that can be get from the Gen Z population because it will be a fresh and energetic, very supportive idea to the society also. Transforming healthcare industries. Vendors are more, they want a quick easy, accurate, and correct treatment for the particular problem. When this is looking for the care that pays attention to the needs and explains things very clearly. They want doctors and nurses who really listen, try to understand their concerns, and answer questions in a way that is easily to follow. That is completely earlier what the thing will be do, what the doctors will do. Doctor will say, patient will listen. Now the patient will ask what the problem I'm facing now. Everything the patient will say, that is the Zenzi patients will say, and they will make the doctors to prescribe according to their needs. So just to see how the transformation have been happened. Earlier, the doctor will diagnose completely, they will make all the tests and they will diagnose completely. And now the patients they are not a complete doctor and they don't know anything completely. They know how to say clearly their symptoms. Earlier generation cannot able to say symptoms correctly. Nowadays, the people, Gen Z people, will know how to say the symptoms correctly. What the really problem is, they will analyze before going to the hospital itself. They will analyze what should be the possible reason, so they can easily explain the doctor what the real reason is. So the doctor's work is also half done, and they just confirm whether the patients are telling the truth. Really, they have having that particular problem in that particular area in their body. So like that, they will just then doctors will listen to the patient's words, wealthy patients' words, because they will research a lot. They won't simply trust and blindly trust anything which is shared by the previous generation. They will search in the online. They will seek online doctor feedback or reviews, and then only they will go to the real doctor. Mental health is definitely a priority for Gen Z. They are willing to talk about their feelings and are open to trying a new treatment for stress, anxiety, or depression. Before Gen Z, before the boom of Gen Z, we don't much focus on the stress, anxiety, or depression. Only the top level people and highly hardworking people are having stress, anxiety, and depression. But many of the Gen Z population are having stress, anxiety, or depression nowadays because they are completely in the online. They are focusing on more problems. They are having more digital burdens. For them, feeling good mentally is as just as important as caring for the physical health. And they want a healthcare option that help with both. Convenience really matters to Gen Z because the schedules are very busy. They want to learn more skills. We can simply say the Gen Zs are over dramatic person. They are not living a real world. They will face many problems as our previous generation. But we can say a number of things. But the Gen Zs are really busy. They are really busy. They want to learn many new skills. They are day and night working. They are doing many big works. They are not dependent on the parents. They want to independent work and give something important to the parents. They want to learn new skills and update in their job to get a new position, to get a good position. Everything they are working very hard and they are very busy. So because of that, they are getting anxiety, depression, and all. And they want a correct and fair solution to their mental illness also. Like virtual doctor visits, online checkouts, and apps that help to track their health. Waiting for long hours in clinics is not the style. They want to wait. Uh, they it doesn't mean they are having attitude issues. They are having a lot of issues. They are engaged in many other activities because they are busy. So waiting for long hours in clinic is really not a style. So they enjoy options that let them fit healthcare into their daily lives more smoothly. Fairness is on another big deal. Zinri wants everyone to have the opportunity to get a good care. No matter the background or income, they speak out about the health policies and the principles that make healthcare more equal and accessible for every person. If a person didn't get a good response from a particular doctor, they will post negative comment and it will be a negative word of mouth in the particular Google review. So it will affect every people will see the Google review of a particular doctor or a clinic. So it will affect the reputation of that particular doctor or a person who attended the patient. So they are not only making the doctor realize, they are helping others also in getting a good health care, transforming the corporate world. Gen Z is bringing big changes to the corporate world by making workplaces more focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion. They all want to see all kinds of people respected and represented at work. The shift is forcing businesses to really pay attention to how they treat their employees and how inclusive their culture is. Another big change is how Gen Z has sped up their use of flexible work setups. Before Gen Z, before Z, the work from home culture is very less. Of course, I accept the COVID pandemic made it very clear, but the Gen Zs are easily adapted that particular work from home culture and make it as a trend. They are able to adapt a new technology and they can even work from home anywhere and they can easily compete with any previous generation while in the work from home activities. Technology is also changing so fast at work, and Gen Z is a big reason behind it. They are very comfortable with the digital tools and they can easily surpass the previous generation and expect companies to use the latest apps and systems for communicating and teamwork. The tech skills encourage organizations to try new ways of working, from instant messaging platform to online collaboration both, and even automated tasks that saves time. They don't want to do things which can consume time, which can already easily be done with the help of online or AI with an accurate activities. Gen Z is helping to create workplaces that are open, flexible, and modern, pushing rapid digital transformation as the tech savviness leads them to implement advanced tools for communication, collaboration, and automation, transforming tourism industry. Another important and major field which transformed completely because of the influence of Gen Z, um, they mainly focus on experience, not luxury. But the pre-generation focus more on luxury. They want to spend more. They don't want to get experience. They want to spend more. Only some people have to get the experience. Gen Z has changed the way people think about travel by caring more about experiences than pure luxury. Instead of wanting the fanciest hotels or the most expensive trips, they look for travel that lets them immerse themselves in the local culture, try unique activities, and focus on their wellness. We can say it is not true, but they really want to immerse themselves in the local culture. Um, Recently, I've encountered with some of my students who are Gen Z because 99% of the students who are studying in colleges and various institutions are Gen Z only. All of them born after 97 only. So I recently entered a very well trip. They said they went to a small village because they want to immerse themselves in a local culture because all the big places they don't want to visit. uh, they can see in the YouTube, because the many vloggers are putting beautiful videos about the scenic, epic pictures, how the hotels will be, how the place will be, so they can see everything from there. But they want to more cultural oriented. The Hindi people are more cultural oriented. They want to immerse themselves in the local culture, try unique activities which have not been done before by the unique vloggers, and look forward that travel focus on their own wellness also. This has encouraged the travel companies to develop new kinds of trips. So that the transformation has happened. They want to make different kinds of trips that feel meaningful, personal, often working closely with the local communities. One thing that stands out with the Gen Z travelers is how spontaneous they can be. They can, they are mostly they prefer last minute bookings and multi destination trips through to the industry to increase agility Because of this, airlines and travel agencies had become more flexible and adaptive, introducing dynamic pricing and systems that let people make quick changes to the travel plans. They, for example, if the students, because they will be in a student category only nowadays, or in a yearly job, they want to go for a particular destination suddenly. For example, tomorrow I want to go to Lunar means now only I will start preparing. So their mindset, they are not lazy or they are not showing attitude. They are really busy schedules and they will get a sudden leave, sudden space in their time, sudden space in the workplace and the personal life. So they want to enjoy to cope up with the nature. So they can suddenly plan to go to some place and it will be a last minute booking only. So many airlines and many travel planners are accommodating at undertaking this some opportunity to get grab the particular consumers. All these things together mean the tourism industry is now a lot more agile and focused on what travelers actually want. The agencies are uniquely, the agencies are want a uniquely flexible and meaningful journeys only. And coming to the last industry, that is education industry. That is our industry. Gen Z is reshaping education with their love for online and flexible learning. They prefer courses and platforms that let them study anytime from anywhere, making it much easier to learn at their own pace. For Gen Zs, real skill matters more than collecting degrees. They look for practical knowledge and certifications. They don't just want any degree, they just want a certification of many small courses and skills that connect to actual jobs rather than just focusing on traditional qualifications. This shift is making in schools, colleges, and training centers offer more hands-on lessons, projects, and up-to-date programs that match what the modern workplace demands. Wendy doesn't want education that just lectures. They want beyond the lectures. They want to get involved. They prefer projects where they can participate, discuss, and share ideas directly with the teachers and the classmates. Tools like flipped classroom, where students learn by doing and teaching each other. They are popular because they encourage active learning and teamwork. Mental health is also a very important concept. Earlier, students will come to colleges, they study, and they do. But now they want mental health. Their mental health is also equally important to their degree. Because without well mental happiness, they are not able to study a lot and they can't enhance their existing skills and acquire new skills. There's greater awareness about challenges like stress and anxiety. And the education providers are working to create environment and support systems that help students to stay well, both mentally and academically. Many in Gen Z start working while they are studying, combining jobs and education to get practical experience early on. They like to build the skills, try out the different career paths, and find what suits them best before settling into a single role. In my suggestion, in my point of view, the future can be work from home or faculties also. Because in my college, we are having a complete 100% smart classroom. So we can conduct the classes in the remote area also. For example, many institutions can start the work from home for faculties also. Because all the curriculum are always in the e-material, they can screen share the material in the Google Meet. It is completely possible, and the students are also able to understand what they are teaching in the online with the help of the panel board. So it will reduce the stress of the faculties for a day or two. Not all the days work from home teaching. Maybe 1 or 2 days work from home can be availed for faculties. It can become in the future of the education industry also, because when the population also want, they want to study offline. they are coming in the office to study, but suddenly they want they are having some work, they are having some meetings. As a faculty alone, we are not the only one who are having mostly frequently. As a students, many of my students are the big workers and they are having freelancers. They are having meeting with their higher officials, so they don't want to even skip a class. So many of the students are requested as to post the recorded video in the group, so it will be helpful for them not to skip the classes. So according to their nature only, we can teach them because our educational industry is student-centric approach only. What the student want to learn from us, we will provide that particular opportunity. So the education industry will soon adapt the work from home for the faculties also, in my suggestion. So here is the nutshell of today's FDP, transforming industry Gen Z influence. That is how the Gen X and Y treated the existing industry and due to the influence of Gen Z, how the industries are transformed. In the case of education, the traditional classroom and during the Gen Z, the digital learning, the recorded videos can also be played, skill based and micro credential. They don't want to rely only on the degrees. They want also the micro credentials. That is the NPL courses, many non-level courses like that. So they want many micro credentials course to improve their resume. Banking and finance. Earlier we know only they do only the basic online banking, but now currently 100% of the transactions are being completely in the online. Even I'm a Gen, I don't even carry a wallet which is having the real currency note. I will think majority I will be only on the online. Retail industry. Previously, the brick and mortar shops, fashion, fast fashion will be, but now completely will become online. They can read the reviews of the particular brand on a particular product, then only they can purchase it. So there will be no dissatisfaction or disappointment after purchasing the product. And both the consumer and the retailers will be happy. Media and entertainment. Only TV, movie, and music industries are there previously, and now the streaming platforms like Netflix and other OTT applications, short-form content and e-sports. Healthcare. In-person usage, basic healthcare information. And now the telemedicine, mental health awareness. And um, in my suggestion and awareness, I think the operation also will be done completely remotely. The remote operation in the in the medical industry has already been achieved, but the 100% of the remote operation, that is, the doctor will be in one country and the patient will be on one country, and they will do the remote surgery with the using of AI and the mini robots. So it will also come soon. It is already there, but it will spread to all the countries with an advanced technology just to treat and help many SMEs. Because of SMEs, others also getting benefited. Corporate world, there will be a proper hierarchy traditional workplace, but now many Gen Z peoples or want to start their own startup culture. Flat hierarchy. Flat hierarchy means it's not a traditional hierarchy, that is the top, middle, and the lower level. The flat hierarchy means even the lower level employees can also be directly go to the top level management and speak. So that it will be a very flat top, middle, and lower. All all can easily get communicated, share their ideas and thoughts because the people who are working in the lower category can also have some ideas and suggestions to be for the betterment of the company. So they can directly go to the top management to say the particular things. Tourism industry, package tours and conventional travels. But now it is last minute solo adventures and the trip with strangers also there. Stranger trips also there. So many adventurous trips organized because after the influences of the Gen Z population. So with this, I conclude my PPT, and many of us will be having the thought how this particular topic, that is, the particular topic is completely industry. The topic and the FDP content is completely industry. Many of us will know, many of us will don't know how the industry can be as a topic which supports the faculty development working in our college. So to support that, guiding the digital native generation with updated teaching approach. Once we know about how the Gen Z are transforming the industries, because education is also one of the industries in the above previous 7 industries. So we want to know how the influence of Gen Z are transforming the industries. Then only we can serve them better. Embracing continuous learning to align with Gen Z's evolving mindset. So only we know about the evolving mindset, we can help in to attain the more skills and knowledge. Integrating technology and interactive tools for engaging classroom. The traditional classroom will be bored to the many students. They want because simply they will say the last minute I will learn in the YouTube. They won't even listen our lectures in the traditional classroom teaching. They will say in the last minute send the YouTube link. I will study on that, or itself I will search and learn from the YouTube. So yeah, I won't listen your class. So we have to be more interactive, attractive, and integrating technology to maintain them discipline. Fostering inclusive and supporting environment for the Mendees will be because they are prone to commit mistakes. They are really prone to commit mistakes, and even only if we interfere, they can do better. And the critical thinking and real world skill development with students. So with that, I conclude my today's FDP. Thanks for the opportunity. If anyone is having doubt, please. Thank you, sir. If anyone having doubt, please ask. Hello, sir. Shekhar, sir.
Yes, sir. I think there is no doubt.
No doubts. Okay, sir.
Sir, no problem. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming. You
Thank you,
are
sir.
doing a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.